Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio. Sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Ellevo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I am Allison Kinney. Good afternoon. Let's take a look at those headlines. Many industry experts say the beef on dairy sector is booming, as are efforts to make these cows as profitable as possible for producers. Lawrence Williams, dairy beef cross development lead at Purina, says this sector has become a great revenue option for many dairy operators.
Job one is getting the right genetics in them, but then you've got to take that animal and feed it and develop it. So we've done some great research at Purina that talks about the type and kind of nutrition we need to get in these cattle, the right protein levels, the total amount of feed, and they're just different requirements because they're different genetically.
Williams added that artificial insemination has made these cattle more attractive to prospective producers.
The genetics companies have done a great job creating these really terrific beef sires that dairymen have an opportunity to get, right? So they've done some good heavy lifting in the last couple of years to bring these really good sires to the dairy. And again, they're a perfect match, right? Dairy and beef. And so they've created these cattle that have a lot of red meat yield now. They're so much better than their straight dairy contemporaries. They're just really good cattle.
William noted these cattle are available year-round, which he said is very intriguing to the beef industry. He added that when fed and managed correctly, many of these cattle grade out in the upper two-thirds choice and prime. Also in the headlines, as harvest season ramps up, John Deere is helping farmers streamline operations with smarter in-field decision-making tools. The latest updates to the John Deere Operations Center allow operators to automatically send harvest automation files, speeding up combine setup and leveraging crop data to improve productivity. Bergen Nelson, the go-to market manager for harvesting equipment at John Deere, talks about the updates that can help farmers make in-field decisions to best manage their harvest.
Really a couple things around harvest, focusing in on our ability to automatically send files, automation files through Work Planner, which is a software within Operations Center that sends files to the machines wirelessly through our MTGs. And the importance of that with the harvest automation files, it allows us to send the satellite imagery over to the combine, which is needed to run predictive ground speed automation. That's the technology that allows us to see forward and in front of the machine using cameras, but we use the satellite imagery to match what we're seeing in real time to control the speed of the machine to increase our farmers' productivity. And so that's one area. The other option that I would talk about, or a report that's available in the customers' operation centers that are running our newer combines, model year 25 or newer, is a harvest automation performance report. Once a week, it compiles information from the customer's operation center org and the crops and land that they've harvested and gives them a snapshot of how the combines performed on their operation.
There were a lot of logistics at harvest. He talks about how John Deere improved harvest logistics to help farmers be more productive and efficient.
New for this fall, we've introduced grain harvest weight sharing. So that's a new technology that allows us to partner with grain cart manufacturers and tie into their scale head. And so that allows us to pull the weight of the grain cart into the G5 or Gen 4 display in the grain cart. And then that also is broadcasted over to the combine. So the combine operator and the grain cart operator are always in sync of how much weight is on either one of their machines. And then customers can see that live on their Operations Center mobile app. So if a semi driver is waiting for a grain cart and they need 55,000 pounds put on their semi to be at a legal load, they can look right on their phone and see exactly how much weight is in that grain cart. Another thing that's really helpful is our R-Series and M-Series modems. M-Series modems in particular have been super helpful for customers to put on semi trucks, for example. And so not only can we monitor where our machines are within the fleet, but we can also, with the installation of an M-Series modem, track where all of our semis are. And so it's really helpful.
Again, that's Bergen Nelson of John Deere. To wrap up the headlines, there's continued evidence that we may once again experience some low water conditions on the lower Mississippi River this fall. The prospects for restricted barge transportation this fall may come to a surprise for many given the healthy amounts of rainfall much throughout the Midwest this spring and summer. However, the spigot has mostly turned off throughout August, particularly in states that feed into the Ohio River, which meets the Mississippi.
Are you involved in Ohio agriculture and do not get Ohio's Country Journal in your mailbox? You're kidding, right? Hey, it's Ty Higgins. It's free to subscribe to OCJ, but the information you'll get about current crop conditions, market analysis, new innovations in technology, policy, and more is invaluable. Subscribe or renew your subscription by September 20th, and you could win a $250 Visa gift card. Visit ocj.com/renew to get Ohio's Country Journal and read what you've been missing.
Now let's take a look at the markets. This market report is brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Learn more online at seedconsultants.com. September corn closed in today up 5 even at 4.03. December corn up 2 3/4 at 4.23. March corn up 3 even at 4.40 3/4. September soybeans down 11 even at 10.25 3/4. November soybeans down 13.5 at 10.41. September wheat down 5 even at 5.13. December wheat down 6 even at 5.28 1/4. October live cattle down 12 cents at 239.52, and December live cattle up 37 cents at 241.15. This is the Ohio AgNet.